LE SSERAFIM's debut was one of the most controversial debuts in the history of K-pop, and that's because of Garam. When she was announced as a member, people started accusing her of school mistreatment. But the real question remains, is Garam the one to blame for her career getting ruined, or was she actually framed? The first allegations against Garam came out on April 5th when Garam was announced as a member of HYBE's newest girl group. The anticipation and excitement was over the roof since this was the first girl group that was debuting under the company in 10 years. Sure, technically Big Hit and HYBE aren't the same company, but still, everyone was waiting for the debut with a lot of enthusiasm. But the very day Garam was introduced as a member of the group, an anonymous netizen claimed that she had mistreated a bunch of people when they were in school together. On top of that, there were rumors that Garam was originally supposed to debut under Starship Entertainment's IVE, but was removed from the lineup in the company because she had leaked confidential documents. HYBE immediately denied the accusations and said that not only wasn't Garam the perpetrator, but that she was actually a victim of mistreatment herself. They also refuted the claims that Garam was a trainee with Starship, which made the rumors about her leaking documents completely false. HYBE went a step further and threatened to sue anyone who made malicious comments against Garam, and said that since she was still a minor, the issue shouldn't be used for the media to generate clicks and views. This didn't stop the public's outrage though. HYBE faced a lot of criticism over their statement, as they were going above and beyond to defend someone who hadn't even debuted yet. The statement didn't stop new allegations from popping up though, as Garam's friends were accused of threatening the initial accuser and asking for her to delete the comments about Garam. The situation only got worse once other alleged victims started speaking up, and even said that Garam had made some highly inappropriate comments about BTS's Taehyung and other idols. To support these claims, pictures of Garam making lewd hand gestures were published on online forums. These photos had Garam standing in front of a chalkboard with inappropriate drawings over it. This wasn't all. It seemed like every day there was new information coming out about Garam's infamous past, and things that could not only ruin her career, but the career of her bandmates too. Whenever they would appear in public and fan meets, even though the public would cheer loudly for the rest of the LE SSERAFIM members, they would go completely silent for her, which must have stung a lot. The vague statements from her and the company didn't help either, and only made things all the more mysterious. The company kept saying that she was innocent, yet unlike the victims, they didn't release any proof to back those claims up. The nail in the coffin hit when a legal firm called Daedum released an official statement for their client who claimed to be a victim of Garam. Daedum provided details from several incidents where Garam had mistreated their client Untold, and well, we can all imagine how the public took the information. The firm also said that they sent the evidence to HYBE's headquarters, and because of this, Untold decided to go public with their reports and accusations. The heaviest part of the claims was when Daedum revealed that Untold had hurt herself twice and was receiving psychological treatment because of her mistreatment. HYBE refuted the claims at first, but they decided to put Garam on hiatus until things calmed down a little, and LE SSERAFIM went on to promote as a 5-member group. They still stood by her though, and kept claiming that the accusations were one-sided and that Garam was suffering a lot of psychological trauma from the allegations. The hiatus did nothing to clear up the confusion. In fact, it only made things all the more puzzling. In May, numerous media outlets published articles about industry insiders revealing that Source Music and HYBE were negotiating with Untold so they could reach an agreement and bring Garam back to the industry. There were also rumors that Garam would come back for the group's Japanese promotions, but that never ended up happening. What was sure for fans was that she would be coming back in one way or another, but that the company would wait for the public to forget about the allegations. Then the company took an unexpected decision by terminating her contract on July 20th. They released a statement saying, "Our company has decided to terminate the exclusive contract with Garam. We extend our sincerest apologies to our fans and to those who have shown love and support to the group." They went on, "LE SSERAFIM will continue their activities as a 5-member group, and we will spare no effort to support the group." This is where things get strange though. Mistreatment allegations are nothing new in K-pop, but the way Source Music and HYBE dealt with them was really strange. Their refusal to kick Garam out until much later struck some people as a weird decision, especially knowing that the group's reputation, as well as the company's, was hanging by a thread because of the scandal. LE SSERAFIM were already controversial enough because of their concept, and HYBE were in hot waters because they were dragging out the conversation about BTS's enlistment, so why would they make things worse by keeping Garam in their group? She was a rookie. The public hadn't gotten the time to get attached to her enough to protect her against the allegations, and they'd lose basically nothing if she were to be kicked out. There are two theories about this. One of them is that Garam dug her own grave. Obviously, she shouldn't have done the things she had allegedly done, and that that's basically the only reason that she should be blamed for what has happened to her. But there were rumors floating around that the only reason Hybe wasn't getting rid of her was because she was from a very rich family. The rumor said that Garam's family had important connections in the industry and was the sole reason why Hybe was hesitating to take action against her. What people believed was that if Garam was really to blame for the way the situation was getting dragged out, then she had probably asked her family to do the impossible just to keep her in the group. But you must keep in mind, this is such a big stretch of a theory that it's impossible to claim that it's true. The other theory comes from Garam's friend herself, who's alleging that her friend was framed and is being used by the company for an unfair media play. She wrote a long statement in defense of Garam, saying that she was used by the company for media play and that she was actually framed. She said, "First, Yu Untold mistreated me from elementary to middle school, and she cursed my parents and physically threatened me. However, the reason I brought this up is because I asked myself what I did wrong, and as a party who had been mistreated for about a year, the perpetrators who had lied to each other for about a month hid under the word victim, and I was accused of being the second perpetrator." Untold also said that Garam caused her to transfer schools because the mistreatment was too much to handle. Garam's friend refuted this, saying, "Secondly, the fact that Yu Untold claimed to transfer is false. In Untold's position, it is a lie that she transferred because of Garam. Also, she posted a picture of classmate 1 in her underwear on classmate 2's account. Later on, she transferred to another school. In the process, Yu Untold was disciplined with number 6. All of this is what Untold has said herself, and she has the evidence of this. The friend also said that Untold's friend had sent a complaint to her, and that Garam's friend group had done everything to save their friend's reputation, but that Hybe hadn't taken anything into consideration. According to the friend, Hybe didn't care about protecting Garam and her reputation as much as they cared about making a big deal out of it. She ended the statement by saying, "Lastly, I gave Garam everything I had as a friend and collected testimonies from other friends, but they didn't use our data for their statements, and I was very hurt by these adults who used an 18-year-old as means of noise marketing. I'll post more materials and stories later." If this is really true, it means that Garam and her schoolmates had disagreements and petty fights as children, and her classmates just blew things out of proportion since she was debuting under Hybe of all companies. Hybe also took advantage of the noise marketing and dragged things out for the media and netizens to keep talking about it. However, for such a big company, this strategy wouldn't make sense whatsoever. First, it's doubtful that Garam would be receiving a 5th level punishment by the School Violence Countermeasures Committee for a simple argument, as actual lawyers said that it's extremely rare to issue a 5th level punishment in the absence of physical violence. Also, Hybe looked like they wanted to save Garam's reputation more than anything, so I doubt that they would reject testimonies proving that Garam was not the person the accusers were claiming her to be. But no matter who's guilty, everyone should refrain from sending Garam hate or threats. She's only human after all, and the amount of hate she's getting at the moment could have serious consequences and end up with her hurting herself or worse. She may have or may have not done something wrong, but nobody deserves the amount of threats and backlash she's getting. Share your thoughts in the comments, and thank you for watching. Bye!